Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time I left off, we were still doing side quests in Satoru Marsh because why not? Thankfully, this might be the last side quest we have to do in Satoru Marsh for a long freaking time. So you're probably thinking like, you know, like did you get the thing that you said you're gonna get off camera? Yes. It didn't take long at all. It took me... Actually, you know what? It didn't take me... Yeah, it didn't take me long at all. It took me about... I want to say about 30... Oh, not 30 seconds. Or, nah. Sorry. It was more than 30 seconds. It was about like a minute or so. It was just the bunnies and they dropped the wood that you need. So I was like, I'm here. Might as well. And we gotta go way the hell over there again. Okay, you're level 26, so we're definitely stronger than you. You shouldn't try to pick a fight with us, even though I've seen the AI do dumber things. Yep, you're not picking a fight. All the better for us. Dull repentant. Oh, crap! We're gonna need that for, I think the next, little side quest thing here. Oh, side quest, that's connected to the main quest. We got some Earth Crystal Resonance, which we're going to need a lot of. Oh yeah, I also probably should show off crafting different gems and stuff, but that'll be later. I'm not really in a desperate situation where I need to start crafting stuff anyways, because we're still able to hold our own against most monsters at this point. Maybe in the next area I might feel different towards that, but for right now, yeah, it's probably the best we're gonna get. Also, isn't this where, yeah, it's the secret location where we found the knife, isn't it? Okay, and then we fast travel because I'm not putting up with any of this right now. Also, that does bring up the next area. We'll be going. As soon as we get a fossil monkey, I believe it's the next area. We'll be going back to Colony 6 and upgrading the house scene, I believe. You're probably thinking, why am I going to do that? Easily, because Colony 6 is going to be upgraded as we go more and more in the story, just because I don't want to forget certain things. Because I have forgot things in LPs before, so I kept... this is like the one thing I kept notes on of, hey, go back in Colony 6. Hey, we did your thing. Okay. Now please tell me you don't have another freaking quest. I want to throw you into a damn river. Yeah, sounds like he has a problem. No duh, Shulk. Okay. A gift? Wait, crap. Where are we taking this again? Oh, Frontier Village. Okay, yeah. We can't even get there yet, because that's, I don't want to spoil it, but it's gonna be a little bit until we get there. So finally we can go and carry on the story just for a bit. So with that being said, how you guys actually been enjoying this LP? I mean, obviously I'm having a blast making it, because this is a game that I wanted to do for quite literally years, and then now that I actually don't have essentially fear holding me back with this LP, and also I have a lot more time on my hands to do this LP. It helps a lot. But yeah, I'm always curious what people think about this kind of style of LP, where we're clearly going to be here for like over 100 selling parts. If I play very poorly, which could theoretically happen, so I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, no, we're making like great progress for like an hour per part. I feel like I'll be doing better. But I also wanted to say that this is going to be like the style when we eventually do Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 if I ever get around to doing it as an LP, like in the near-ish future, which probably won't happen. And if the rumors are true, which it's probably not true, and I wouldn't blame if it's not true, if we're going to get the Switch port of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'm going to say right now, if we do get the Switch port of Xenoblade Chronicles X, I might do it as an LP. I have a very love-hate relationship with Xenoblade Chronicles X in particular, so I'm not exactly super ecstatic by doing that LP, but it's a possibility. Okay, so obviously we have a little more to explore, but I think we're going to do this giant area first. We'll be doing this giant area first, and then we'll go back and do some stuff around Sectoral Marsh. Hello. I hate ceremony. Okay. Oh, frick, we actually have to do this. Okay, well, in that case, where are... Oh, it's just over there. So yeah, we'll be going down there, down that area anyways. For some reason I thought it was optional. It's not optional. Whoopsies. But, yeah, I mean, I got really nothing to talk about besides the fact that, you know, it's kind of this point of the Xenoblade Chronicles, well, I guess 1 and Definitive Edition, obviously. That the game is starting to definitely like come a bit more into like its own like style of game, and this is the day where I see people really enjoy the series, enjoy this game in particular, or you know feel so compelled to play some of the other series or some other style of game like Xenoblade. So I mean, like, I hope this has also inspired you guys to hopefully go pick up a copy yourself and try it out. And who knows, maybe you might do what I did, and I got well, when Chikara was doing his LP of this. And, you know, I know people are probably getting real upset with that, where it's like, stop referencing this other Let's Player. It's like, no, I actually have a story of this one, where when he got to, I want to say when he got to Sectoral Marsh, I was actually about halfway through the game. I fell in love with the game. I guess wouldn't necessarily fall in, I wouldn't necessarily say I fell in love with it, but I felt so compelled to play like more and more of the game than I was already seeing. And to be fair, it did kind of screw me over in the long run for trying to 100% the game, because oh boy, there's a lot of stuff that gets cut off for you when you do certain things this way. Or you do certain things that way. But, yeah, I mean, it's also got me into playing Xenoblade in general, so, I mean, it helps a lot. It also helps not to go lollygagging around when you could probably focus on leveling up the characters. Okay, we just need to grab you, and we're done. We're done? Okay, now we gotta go back up there, which I'm gonna just fast travel because, you know, I don't like going freaking 9,000 miles. Go into the circle, and let's activate the ceremony. And we summon the bird! And a forced fight. Sectoral Guardian. It's level 28. And we're level 34. Sorry to say this, but I think we have the advantage here. It will still take a while to go down, but we got enough time on our hands. Go for the side. There's an awakening. Alright, so now it basically gave itself a new aura and a bunch of other things. But it shouldn't be any more difficult than what we were already dealing with, just because I think the most it got is the Ultra Poison Stab, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage to us. Oh yeah, this Mega Spin's AoE. Wrath. There we go. Did it. And now we got stairs to go up this entire freaking wall. I'm not even joking, you had to climb this entire thing. I can see, like, if you're doing that, like, as the game tells you to do it, you could have a little bit of trouble, but even then, not really. Oh wait, did we get to use the elevator?
Huh? The lift don't work.
Looks like it's been broken for a while. We'll have to find another way up.
Another way? You don't mean climb up there?
We may have to.
Come on, you can't be serious. Why'd someone build a lift that don't work?
No complaining. Let's start looking for a place we can climb up.
I mean, it's ridiculous, but if you don't have any other options, you might as well take the best option that's given to you, right? So, yeah, this wall, we gotta climb this entire freaking thing. You guys can't even see how big it is. It's really freaking big. Also, well, you're a smart dumb man. Charlotte probably fell with me. Yeah, that's kind of the size of it. I know Charlotte's taking her time to get back to us. Okay. So, with this being said, I don't have any new stories to tell you guys because I kind of don't have anything right now. I mean, I guess how about one of the side LPs I'm working on, but by the time you guys see this, that side LP will probably be over. I need to start working on some more side LPs alongside this one, which thankfully I could work on a couple of them, but yeah, still a situation of like, y'all don't realize how much time and effort this kind of LP takes. Which is funny, because like, I generally don't feel super stressed doing LPs, but to a degree I feel a little bit stressed doing like super long LPs like this, because I don't necessarily want to have another Final Fantasy XII situation or Tales of Vesperia situation where it's like, yeah, I really like this game, and then like I'm like, I kind of want to rush to the end of it because we're already prepared for everything, and then I just feel like we're dragging on stuff that shouldn't be dragged on. Which is funny because like Tales of Vesperia was kind of that one that kind of didn't realize that maybe Tales of games for my style isn't the best to Let's Play. But, I mean, some people seem to enjoy it. Or, I guess currently are still enjoying it because at the time of this recording, part 65 or whatever is the most recent part. Ether Rose. Is that what we need for just Collectopedia stuff? Well, this is gonna be a horrible idea. Let's do it anyways. Yep. Yep. Oh, that was a real bad idea. Okay, we're missing a vegetable, me. Vegetable, not flour. But yeah, like, I mean, I guess I'm gonna be working on it a bit more. Once again, just talking about side LPs. So yeah. You guys are gonna definitely see a lot of interesting games that I wanted to cover for a long time, and once again just kind of got cold feet when it came to recording it properly. Other than that, not really anything's happening right now, just because I'm pretty much doing these recordings like a day after each other, just because I want to get a lot of this stuff done, because Xenoblade is a massive, massive game. And, oh, we're gonna climb this up again, or climb back up, but it's fine. The electrical ether deposits are kind of like the rare ones. Oh, did I just frick myself? I think I just fricked myself. Oh, time to fall on your ass.
This isn't going well.
Thanks, high Antia statue. Your butt was soft and comfortable, apparently. Statue fragment. Ah, well, crap. This is gonna kill me.
Sorry.
Yeah. The marsh isn't shallow enough, and the fall damage kind of big. Auto run, because I can put the controller down for a second here. Oh yeah, I guess it's daytime. Yeah! Oh god, we were right there. Huh, I never actually realized that the statues looked like the... yeah, the statues are meant to be foreshadowing in general, but like, I didn't realize they look that way. Other than that... I guess there's not really anything to talk about, just because it's kind of like this... It's also like this part of the game where it's just like you're kind of doing a monotonous task to get to the next area. And I think this is probably the only time that this game gets kind of like this scales of boring. Even though it's not really that boring now that I think about it, because like this actually does show like, I guess, determination of some sorts, of like how far Shulk and the party is willing to go for certain things. And the music does help if you can actually hear the music, and I highly recommend playing Xenoblade Chronicles at a moderate volume. Don't blast it. Play it at a moderate volume where you can hear it, and just get immersed into the world. Because I feel very rare towards games like this, or not rare. I feel very like I guess diverse when it comes to games. Not diverse. What's the word I'm looking for? Not indifferent, because that's not the word I'm looking for. Frick, I don't know the word I'm looking for now. But like, there's very rare games I feel so deeply involved with music and stuff. But yeah, like I can always say, like, you know, Zelda music, make sure you listen to it and enjoy the moments as they come up. But like, Xenoblade Chronicles is also another fantastic, like, just listen to the music, get absorbed in the world, and like, I mean, kind of like have your own theories and or just have fun with that idea of like, if you were in this series or if you were in the character's shoes, like how would you perceive to do certain ththings? Because I kid you not, I have always thought of myself like an hop-on for some reason. I thought of myself as a couple things, but like Nop-on is probably the most consistent one.
Ryan.
Ready to go,
Hello.
Shulk?
Yeah. But just hold on a minute.
What is it, Shulk?
It's about the Monado. I'd like to ask your permission to use it a little longer.
Why ask me?
The Monado was your sword, but I need it to achieve my goal. So...
Don't sweat it. You are far more skillful at wielding that thing than I ever was. Keep it. It's yours. Besides, I have a new sword. That old coot had the decency to forge this for me. I owe it to him to make the most of it.
Dunban,
You fought your way this far. That is proof enough the Monado has accepted you. Don't take my word for it. Believe in yourself, Shulk.
believe in myself.
Never lying down, never giving up. That's our pride and strength as Hons. And we have to make sure those metal monsters know it.
You're right.
Time to move, people. This prison island Shulk saw in his vision isn't getting any closer.
Okay, with that cutscene being over, we get to say hello to the next area of the Bionis. Oh wait, crap. Not yet. It's right after this. This is like a super short area though, so thankfully we don't have to spend too much time here.
What is this place?
It's giving me the creeps.
At a guess, I'd say we're inside the Bionis. What is it, Shulk?
Oh, nothing. It's just that it feels like the Bionis isn't really dead.
Huh?
Wait a minute, Shulk. If the Bionis starts moving around, things won't look good for us. Let's just keep moving.
Right.
That's a little strange as a comment, huh? Weirdly enough, I don't remember this area in particular, so that's why I thought we were going to be in our next major area. But, I think that cutscene isn't in the original, right? So I was probably going to say, like, it wasn't the original, don't worry about it, because, like, no one remembers this place at all. To be fair, I find it really hard to be memorized by this particular part. I'm saying that right now because, for those who know the game, yeah. You look like worms. You look like Kezus. I had to fight a Kezu last night. Get out of here. Oh my god! Whee! Flop. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Like, I was talking about Zelda not too long ago. Doesn't this kind of remind you of Jabu Jabu Belly? Anyone else getting those vibes besides me? Because that's like, this is really suspiciously close to Jabu Jabu's belly. I want you in my belly. Okay, now we gotta say hello to the next major area of the game. After cutscene. Oh, this is actually very important.
Face Nemesis. Your frame is complete. All that remains is the soul transfer. That damage. Does a weapon exist that can melt face armor? How?
Lady Vinaya, Master Egel wishes to see you.
Understood. Tell him I will see him when this face is complete.
Acknowledged.
I have fulfilled my duty. You and only you can bring about a new age on Mechonis. No, the entire world. My mistress, Lady Mayneth.
Oh, that's the end of a chapter. Well, frick. Okay. Mapping the path. So, you guys excited to say hello to, like, I think... I want to say the second largest area in Xenoblade Chronicles. Actually, you know what? Actually, yeah, I'll say it's like the second largest. Because, like, there's one other place I'm thinking of. I'm like, yeah, technically that's bigger. Both in content and size, I think.
Northbourne village and let us handle this beast.
No, Isel. Do you really expect me to leave you, run away and save myself?
Permit us this once, Lady Melia. It is our honor and our duty to protect you with our lives. Do not fear for us. Flee.
I will not. I cannot return to the capital with this monster still standing. Bestow the light of your life unto me!
Who turned up the heat?
I've never seen such a dense forest.
Me neither. How much further?
Ryan, you're in a
This must be the
swimsuit.
back of the Bionis. If Shulk's vision is right, we've still got a long way to go.
You mean go on in this heat? I'm sweatier than a brog's armpit.
We'll have to search for the best route. Sadly, until we find a way, we'll have to put up with Rhine's stench.
Charlotte?
You're the one who said it, Ryan.
We must be outside the tower.
Welcome, true heir to the Monado.
Father!
Weak and pathetic.
What or who are you? You will pay for what you've done! You will know the pain and suffering you caused the Emperor and Fiora!
A silver-faced Mechon. And who was that girl? These visions show me people and places I've never seen. If only I could find out what they mean. We could use them to our advantage.
Look over there. A rope bridge. It looks Hom's made.
Not Homs, Nopon. Though a lot of them have settled in our colonies, the Nopon are originally native to Machna Forest.
Do you think they'd know the way to the Bionis head?
I can't say. But walking around in circles isn't going to achieve anything. Our best bet is to look for their village.
True. And with that, we are at the Machna Forest. I know to say Machna, but I prefer to say Machna because it sounds cooler. So, this is where Xenoblade Chronicles will pick up so much more. Because we're going to get into everyone's favorite fantasy element, politics. You know, not right off the bat, obviously, but, you know, fair warning, there is going to be a fair bit of politics in a bit. But, of course, like everywhere else, every main area, we have side quests! The Nopon! We can also see a lot of Nopon soon, so freaking hell yeah! Jungle Quadwing. Next one you want us to take on is back to Fennels. Whatever the hell that is. Magna Elks. That it? That's it. Alright, cool. So I believe the monkey fossil can be found here. Kelp mushrooms, okay. Yeah, there's a side quest there, but I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. Because Bridge 1, is going to take us way the crap over here. So before I was going to go like, well, you know, what's the point of doing all this stuff right now? Or going the path that you're going right now? There's no point because we're not going to stay on this path for too long. We are actually going to ditch this path pretty damn soon. I just want to see if there's a fast travel point for this part. If not, it's fine. I just want to see. Pure cherry. I do want to get to, you're probably going to want to fight me, but I want to see if I can get to this one part. Without too much trouble. Or I just break it up. That's fine. Where are you? Okay, well in that case, I want to get this part in particular because this actually will be a lot better. It's going to be more beneficial for us in the long run. So I'm going to try my darnest to get everything I want to get done right now. Ah, right, Dunban. I didn't kill Dunban. It's fine, Charlotte got you. Did I just walk into the lion's den effectively?
Let's press on.
Okay. So probably thinking, why do you want to get this here, like, why do you want to get to this part in particular? Because if I cannot mess up, there we go. We gotta fight, oh crap, 3 of the quad wings. Actually, you know what, if they're not gonna chase us, I'll just run. Yeah, they're not chasing us too much. It's fine. You might want a piece of us, but it's fine. I don't really care about fighting you.
Let's focus our efforts.
Actually, maybe I can use the experience that you give. Okay, how about you, know, get smacked a little bit. Thank you.
So that's how it is. Given up the sword already? No, that's not it at all.
Oh, let him have a go, Dunban.
Shulk wanna shoot. Shulk wanna do so much. I can see Shulk like being interested in doing that because like mechanics and whatnot. Him being a semi, he's like meant to be an actual engineer, right? Also, just so I don't forget, put that on. You're gonna be a lot of hornets that want to fight me. Yeah. Actually, you're not the hornets, you're bats, aren't you? Yeah. Things. Oh, gotta run. Alright, Dunban, you wanna do your loss of dance a little bit faster, buddy? Great, Shulk can't move, so it's gonna rely on everyone else now. Okay, no, we're not using a chain attack. And now we have this. We got this down, baby.
It's over. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Got some wings, got some more wings. We got a rare chest, which is a rain staff, which is... Rain staff can't be equipped by anyone we have currently, so woo freaking who. Pure cherry. Well, I mean, as we're doing this, Clippedia time. Mushroom kelp. Like, so we still need to look for a fossil monkey. Ash fox. Here we go. Secret location. The Dye Shrine. And now we complete one other quest, which we'll deal with later, as I said. So you guys ready to see like the coolest thing that Magma Force could do for you? Besides getting really cool stuff? Yep. Yep. And safe. So yeah, Magma Force. You think Garada Plains is big? Well, yes, Garada Plains is big. This is so much bigger. And we won't take you on unless we really have to. This, with that being said, this is also going to take us forever to do. So, be fair warned that, you know, swing around. We're just going to go to places that are. We're going to go to places that are interesting for us. And this is going to be the same with other places, because there's another place that has a giant friggin' area to swim around with, swim around in. So we're just going to go places that I feel are necessary. Which, weirdly enough, is actually also over there, because there's some materials over there that are common-ish over there, more so than other places. But more often than not, when we're in locations like this, I'm going to do a lot of this off camera because this takes a long freaking time to do anything. So, yeah, I guess, I mean, this would be normally a time for story time, but I don't necessarily have a story to tell, and I don't really know if anything is gonna really be important, because we're gonna go around Magma Forest anyways and go kill stuff anyways. I mean, it's really not a forest, like, this is closer to a jungle if you look at it. Actually, is this called? Yeah, it's called Magma Forest. I mean, I guess like a jungle and a forest are kind of similar on a geological stance, but generally they're not considered the same thing. I guess it also just depends on like what your opinion of a jungle and a forest is. Well, I think forest, I think more like North American forests or like European forests. I think jungle, I think more like a tropical area. I mean, I guess I kind of have a story like this, a story to tell of sorts about this. This was years ago, like, literally years ago, from, my, I want to say my second time playing Xenoblade Chronicles on my personal time, just because, yeah, I did have a personal playthrough. Well, obviously once I bought it for the Wii, and then once I bought it for the Switch and whatnot. I think my second playthrough was also on the Wii. I think it was the same. Yeah, it might have been the Wii. During that year, I was playing it during, I want to say, the spring. And, generally, me and my family, like, this is also just kind of a thing we do every so often. We haven't really done it a whole lot recently. We don't live too far away from, one of the 7 wonders of the world. We don't live too far away from, Niagara Falls. So generally, like, every summer, or, like, every other summer, we just kind of, like, go, like, yeah, let's go to Niagara Falls for just some, like, go look at the falls, like, go have, like, a nice little dinner out, because, we usually get, we usually stay, like, the entire day there, which, is sometimes not the best. I mean, okay, there's also reasons why we haven't gone up recently is because of certain situations and whatnot. But yeah, like I think my second playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles, we went to Niagara Falls. Like obviously not during spring, we go during summer. And that was the same year I think we went to the Butterfly Observatory, and I got scared as like a. Actually, how old was I? I want to say I was 19 or 20 or something. Because, like, once again, family tradition, I was just like, yeah, I'm fine with this. I don't know why butterflies scare me. They really shouldn't. But I guess it's also a situation where, like, I don't like bugs necessarily, and I don't like bugs getting, like, right on my face. Because, like, although, yes, I am very chill, and most animals and whatnot love me, I do not like butterflies. Like, I love to look at them from a distance. I don't necessarily love getting up close to them and seeing all their, like, compact eyes and a bunch of other crap that butterflies have. Like, it's not the fact that, like, they're disgusting to me. It's the fact that they creep the crap out of me. So, like, that entire trip was a little bit hell because of that butterfly observatory. But, like, I think I'm a little more chill about it now, so I wouldn't mind going back to the butterfly observatory, but once again, we haven't gone in a while just because of issues of things that aren't going to be brought up during this Let's Play. But yeah, like, I just have some very weird memories of, like, these falls in particular, and, like, how they really do remind me of, well, I guess not Niagara in particular, because, like, the falls don't generally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's not like 10 falls in Niagara Falls. Well, I mean, there's probably more than 10 waterfalls, but they're not like in a row like this. But this also does remind me of another time, and I said this is going to be story time, and then I'm like, I actually have stories now I think about it. So generally, like, whenever like I had a free day or whatever, my mom and I would go to a HomeSense. Like, there's HomeSense like really anywhere you go in my town. Like, you can pretty much go to any major shopping plaza and there's probably a HomeSense there. And my mom was like, you know, you don't have like a little painting for your room or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't really like art like per se. Well, I mean, that's not true. I like art. I just can't draw or do art myself because I'm god awful at it. And I know people are gonna say it's a time investment. I understand that, but it's a situation where it's like, I also don't necessarily like doing art. I more or less like acting in a bunch of other like physical forms of art, opposed to like drawing it and like actually creating it from scratch and whatnot. And like people can say like, oh, you can trace stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I can. I do actually want to start tracing certain characters from video games eventually, when I could get a pen and paper and like get a good idea of how to draw again. I think I had to draw a manga book forever ago, like those like crappy ones you get from like the book fair and stuff, book fairs and stuff. So I mean, I have a couple of them. I think I have like at least one. So I mean, I'm gonna try to get back into it a little bit, but yeah, I was never really into drawing and stuff. To be fair, I was also like that kid, if you gave him chalk, would just like draw circles and other monotonous crap on like pavement and asphalt. Like, of course I would draw like the typical like hopscotch board and stuff, but other than that, it's like, I'm going to just see how fast I can whittle down this piece of chalk. I was rather very stupid as a kid, or just very not willing to go outside as a kid. Which, to be fair, was also me. And, I mean, it's not current me, because I like going outside and whatnot, but it was very much me when I was, like, 5 and 6, or, like, the appropriate age that you generally are, like, still playing with chalk and stuff. But, going back to the HomeSense story, me and my mom went to HomeSense, and my mom's like, you know, like, let's go find a cheap little piece of, like, probably fake art, because I guarantee you probably some of that is, like, copy and pasted on there. But, like, let's go buy some cheap art or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we look around and there's like not really anything that catches my eye. Cause like it's like the super generic stuff like zebras, like wolves, and other like still image shots of like stuff that isn't really that hard to necessarily get a shot of and or just run through a computer. So I'm like, well, like none of this really catches my eye. And then like as we're leaving the little section, like that little section that it has for art and stuff, or was it a Winners? It might have been a Winners. Crap, I don't remember which store it was. I'm saying home sense because that's like the one time that me and my mom usually like kind of just go like, let's just go in the window shop. So like nothing catches my eye, and then as we're leaving the section, I see this really weird actual forest. Like this is a forest location, a forest with like an abandoned shack or like a cottage area. It was like stones and like a bunch of greenery, and there's a waterfall in the back. So I'm like, well, this probably is fake once again. Like I wasn't really caring if it was real or fake. I was like, Mom, I found something, and then we bought it, and then it's hanging. I mean, it's still hanging in my room. It's actually hanging right over my bed, or not over my bed. It's like hanging on the back wall of my bed, but still. I have another couple photos, or not photos, like painting / photos. I mean, they might as well be photos. I have a couple other ones of like sandy beaches and stuff, but it's like I don't necessarily really care for that because me also being like I'm not from the tropics, but I visit the tropics every so often to go like hang out with family and stuff. And when I say that, I mean I go for like winter and then I come back for I'm only there for like a week or whatever. So like I hang out with some family members, I talk to them over like Skype or whatever. And yeah, like I'm not really fond of sandy beaches just because I literally go to the tropics every so often. Or my family does, and they send me pictures, and it's like, cool, sandy beaches, and it's like white beaches and all that. I don't know, I've never really been a big fan of beaches in general. Because, like, I'm also not a big fan of sand. Like, I think that's what mostly a lot of it's derived from. It's just, like, I don't like sand because when you go swimming and you go... Anyone who's been to a proper beach knows this pain. You go swimming and, like, sprawl out your towel before you go swimming. You try to go on your towel and you get sand freaking everywhere because you're wet and the sand, like, attaches to you. God, I'm just not a big fan of that for some reason. Even though, like, people go like, oh, your family, or, like, part of your family's from the tropics. Like, that's just kind of, like, that's, like, actual, like, sand and stuff, right? It's like, yeah, it doesn't mean you're going to enjoy it. And plus, I live close to a beach anyways. Well, not to, like, an ocean beach, but I live, I actually don't live too far away from the lake. So, like, granted, it's man-made. I don't think the rocks and stuff there, or the sand and stuff there is, like, I think someone had to put it there, and it wasn't, like, naturally there to begin with. Even though there are some lakes and stuff that have sand naturally on them, but it's rare, and it's probably not in Canada. But yeah, like, I live real close to a lake, so it's like, I could kind of just go down to the lake and spend some time on sand and, like, skip stones or something. You know what? Talk about that. I also have another story about that, about skipping stones. One time I was visiting family in Europe this time, not like the islands or whatever. I'm visiting family in Europe. I accidentally, like, grabbed a stone because, like, my cousin or whatever was like, yo, show me how to skip stones or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, it's not that hard. You use, like, trajectory and whatnot, and, like, momentum and a bunch of other things. So I'm explaining this, and obviously I have my mom translating it because I don't speak the... I don't speak the English apparently. No, I don't speak fluent Polish because my family is Polish. So my mom's translating this, and I'm like, okay, well, like, it's probably better to show you an example. I freaking grab a stone, like a super flat stone, I do like the standard, like, you know, just chuck it to the water and like have it skip. I hit a freaking seagull. I hit a freaking seagull. The seagull like flapped its wings and made it come back, and I hit some random kid with it because the kid was diving or something and no one saw him. Like, he didn't like have a head injury or anything. Like, it was nothing serious. He was just like, ow, like, what the hell did you do that for? Kind of thing. But I felt so bad because I'm like, I wasn't even, like, aiming for the seagull. The seagull just happened to swim by. And then the kid just got clonked in the head. So I'm like, well, crap. And then I had to explain the situation to cops. Or beach patrol, I guess. It's not really cops, per se. But, yeah, that wasn't fun. So, yeah, that's why I feel really weird skipping stones in general. And also, the same thing did happen in the tropics, and it wasn't a seagull. It was literally a tree trunk. Because my cousins are, like, a lot younger than I am. So I'm like, okay, well, there's, like, no one around us. There's, like, no way someone can get hurt. So my cousins were like, okay, well, your mom and your dad keep telling us that you skip stones really damn well. I'm like, I mean, I could get, like, 7 or 10 skips per stone, generally. Actually, I mean, I've got better. I could probably get, like, 12 or 13-ish somewhere. I'm not gonna lie, I think, like, 13 might be my actual personal record right now. I haven't done it in a while, mind you, so, yeah. So they're like, okay, cool, like, do it over, like, this tiny little body of water. Like, you'll get, like, 2 skips at best, but it's still practice for us. So I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And then I grab a stone, I hit a freaking tree trunk, and somehow the tree trunk had enough, like, bark on it. It flicked the bark off, putting the stone back in the water. The stone skipped and hit me in the ankle. For those who think I'm joking, I'm not. That's an actual thing that happened to me. So I'm like, I'm just cursed skipping stones sometimes. Like, when there's no one there, I hit a tree or something, and then it comes back to me or someone around me. Or when there is someone there, I somehow hit them when I'm aiming the opposite damn way. Also, that is instant death over there, so don't chance it. I'm just going here to collect some stuff, and then obviously, like, we're just kind of exploring the water, and then next episode we'll be tackling side quests and stuff. I also, like, I don't really tell my stories about my family, but, like, I mean, there's usually segues to talk about my family with stuff like that. It's also super weird to realize that, like, a lot of my family doesn't even live, like, remotely close to us. Because generally, like, I hear stories of, like, oh yeah, no, like, I'm gonna go visit my cousins, like, the other day because, like, they're a block away or whatever. The closest relative I have is, like, a city over from where I live. Now, granted, I don't feel like that's really telling anyone anything because that's literally just going, like, that's what happened. But yeah, it's just one of those situations where it's like, I love to hear people's stories about, like, oh yeah, I visited my cousin the other day. And it's like, cool. Last time I saw my cousins was when I was, like, 17. Well, not really. The cousins that live around us or live in the same country, I've seen them, like... Actually, I haven't seen them for longer, because I've seen my uncle that lives in the same... well, my several uncles. Like, I have 2 or 3 uncles that live in Canada. I've seen them more often than my cousins. And even then, I don't really think that my cousins stay in touch with their families in general. Which, I mean, it's kind of to be expected, because, like, you know, you grow up, you have your own life situations, but... You know what I'm saying? Like, I think last time I actually ever seen my cousins, or whatever, my extended family, that must have been when I was, like, 13 or so. Like, 13 is probably, like, the youngest I'm gonna say that I can remember. I mean, I gotta see my sisters a lot, though, because my sisters, like, they don't live too far away from where I live. So, I guess we're just kind of clean up the first side quest. I guess I could start signing off the video. Because, like, once again, after, like, this hunt, we're probably gonna just be done with Xenoblade for this part, because we're already at, like, 55 minutes, so, yeah. I guess, after this fight, I'll see you guys later. It will, on the next part of Xenoblade Chronicles, we'll tackle, some side quests, as we are, you know, known to do. I still want to find that damn fossil monkey. Okay, we got some stuff I can sell later. Okay, with that being said, though, I'll see you guys later. Bye!